Hello, Jack. How you doing, mate? Good afternoon, everyone. It is indeed. I'm Kotan here. How you doing? Magnificent. I see you've got the Nipa and the Pride Hellers. I like it, yeah. Big rainbow.
Just had a couple of these as well, look.
Oh, mate, that's what I'm drinking. I've got a half pint of in front of me myself. That's what we're doing.
What are you drinking for lager, mate? Nice 4%, fresh pilsner. I really enjoy it.
Easily. It's kind of a half between a lager and a Czech pilsner. It's got a little bit of the classic Czech pilsner hops, but it has some really nice dynamic hop quality on the nose as well. Anything that's simple to drink, you know.
Amazing.
Don't know if you can see, but at the moment I'm sitting on the top of Cold Town House. And it's pretty sunny behind us. It's very lovely.
Busy there.
Oh, it's incredibly busy. All I can hear is like, yeah. A lot of it's just people and guests standing around. A lot of people enjoying their food and their pizzas. We've got a Neapolitan pizza oven here at this microbrewery, so people are sitting around enjoying the beers and eating the pizzas, basically. Well, just a little bit of a vibe. See around. This is what is known as the Scranavan. We're up in our garden at the moment, and we're so close. I'll even show you. If you can tell, right out there is Edinburgh Castle. So we're pretty much right in the centre of Edinburgh now. It is absolutely beautiful. You can get really incredible with these kind of things. If you search up there, that is where we are, right in the city of Edinburgh, right there. It is magnificent. How are you guys?
I'm good. Is Hillary requested to join yet? I know he's been. He's got some beers
What is it that you're drinking currently? Talk to me about it.
So I've got the Old Town lager.
Love it, yeah. Did you like it? Would you consider yourself a lager drinker, man?
Oh yeah, definitely. I love a lager. I've moved towards IPA as I've got older.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, the whole point behind our lager is that at Cold Town we try and cut through all the pretentious nonsense. There's been a big trend in the craft brewing industry for about 10 years now that everything's got to be as hoppy, as bitter, as dynamic, as out of this world as possible. We're pretty much against that. We're very much on the side of making beer for the everyday man and making sure that it's pretty simple and accessible. So the whole ethos behind more or less our extended range is making sure that we're producing lagers, that we're producing New England IPAs, and even some of the special, more seasonal things that anyone can enjoy. Even if they're not a seasoned IPA drinker like maybe myself or yourself, they're able to come in, digest the beers, and really understand what they're about. No pretentiousness.
You know what? That's really, yeah. People are trying to really out there. Lagers. It's awesome.
Well, this is it. It's all about using really local, good resources. We take all of our malt from about 20 minutes away, so it's about as close as you can get without setting up a brewery on a farm. And on top of that, we've also got this brewery that is right in the heart of Edinburgh, so it's about as close to Scottish craft beer as you can possibly get, mate.
You can add barbecue lads in the chat. So he's keen to join us.
Oh yeah, hang on. There we go. Accepted it. Yeah, nice. So have you? How did you hear about us? Have you heard us before?
There he is.
Hey, Hillary, how you doing, mate?
Hey, how are you, buddy? How are you, Jack?
I'm good. Are you enjoying your lager?
Cool. It's lovely, mate. It's perfect in the heat.
I know, it's beautiful. It's really refreshing for a hot day like today. I don't know if you've seen it. I was showing Jack around, but if you look, it's beautiful in Scotland right now. The castle is just up there behind these flowers. It's absolutely magnificent.
In which town is this castle? Tell us more.
So this Cold Town House, the microbrewery that I run, is a microbrewery that's built into more or less into the castle rock itself. The grass market where our venue is at, there used to be a brewery around about 100 years ago, but there hasn't really been a brewery right in the heart of Edinburgh where we are for about 100 years since they left. So our plan was to take over the small church that was on the grass market. It was a venue that, as I say, built into the mound, built into the castle rock, and we've extended it just a little bit so that we can say that we are Cold Town Beer and we're brewing right in the heart of Edinburgh underneath the castle. It's cool. It's really cool. It's really quite cool.
God's own beer, how's that? Right in the middle of Edinburgh. Underneath
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice. I'm surrounded by people drinking liquid that I made. It's a bit of a weird feeling, but it's really nice.
Well done, buddy. Well done, bro. I quite like
thank you very much.
Big fan.
Yeah. Well, as I was mentioning to Jack, the whole point of the lager and all of our brands really is to make sure that they're about as easy, as accessible, and as nice to drink as possible. It's no good if someone has 2 pints and then decides that they've had enough. I want people to be drinking this as much as possible. It's refreshing, it's light, it's easy. That's what we're about. Yes, I see you've got the Pride beer there. This is a beer that we've been doing over the last couple of months or so. It's we used it as our beer that we released for Pride Month. It's a Helles-style German lager. The reason why we wanted to do this is because we've been working in contributions towards Stonewall. So we've been adding contributions to the LGBTQ plus communities. We wanted to be able to give back, but at the same time, we also wanted to produce something which is known as a really classic German lager. If you compare it to the lager that you've got there, Hillary, it's going to be a little bit darker, a little bit sweeter. It's not going to be quite as citrusy or grassy on the nose, but it's definitely going to have really, really strong dynamic malt brioche flavors. If you smell it, I think it tastes really similarly to like toasted biscuits, something like that, as opposed to our regular lager, which is a bit closer to a little bit of citrus, a little bit of gardening. 2 different lagers achieve vastly different things. Yeah, the Pride one's really, really nice.
Yeah, really nice, really drinkable. I like a lager, and I like it to be quite strong. So yeah, this is coming in like 5.1% is good.
I mean, if you compare it to the color, the Pride beer. I mean, this is the last bit of my lager, but the lager's quite yellowy, quite clear. You can see that's really crystal clear. If you compare that to the Pride beer is going to be a bit darker. That is because of the dark Munich malt that we use, and that's what gives it that really lovely toasted biscuit malt flavor as well.
Which one's going to go really nice with a Orchid Island Wagyu cross sirloin? Which one will go really nice with that?
I think if you're going to be drinking, if you want to have a beer that's going to go really, really well with heavy meats, I would probably recommend the New England IPA, because it's going to, the citrus and the aroma and the hop aroma is going to cut right through that red meat, and it's going to complement it really well. Yes, hazy beer, that's what we like. Perfect, yeah. It's also 5.5%, which is rocket fuel, which is lovely.
Nice. And
so if you go on.
Have you been brewing beer all of your life, or how did you get into brewing beer, mate?
Well, I'm a bit of a weird one on the team, actually. I'm probably the only person at Cold Town Brewery that doesn't have a degree in either brewing or distillation. I come from a long line of cocktail bartenders. I've worked in hospitality for many years now, and I worked at a high-end cocktail bar in Edinburgh on George Street, which is there, like, you know, sort of the upper classy kind of area. I worked in a high-end cocktail bar there for a couple of years, and I got speaking to the head brewer when the brand was first starting up around about 3 years ago. He had the conversation with me, and he was like, hey, you like talking about beer? We're having a few things going on at the moment. We want someone to help out with our kegging. So I turned up, did a couple of shifts for them, and he offered me a full-time job learning to be a brewer. And I was like, absolutely, yes, please. Everyone else went to uni, got a degree for it. I just decided to read about it on my own, and he offered me the job. So love it. Absolutely fantastic.
Congratulations.
Dream job.
Yeah, I've been working straight from the bottom up. Now we're here, you know.
And then what's the sort of ethos? I mean, you mentioned it a little bit earlier, just as I tuned in, but what's the ethos behind Cold Town Brewery?
Well, we wanted to produce a beer brand that cut through the pretentiousness that is in the craft beer industry at the moment. You'll find that over the last 10, 15, 20 years or so, there have been a lot of brands that have spearheaded the craft beer industry, but they have been producing really bitter IPAs, things that are incredibly hoppy. Fantastic if you're a beer nerd enthusiast like myself, but if you're someone who doesn't necessarily drink a lot of beer, doesn't know about it all that much, it might not be as accessible, and you might get turned away from how aggressive some of the hop flavors are. What we've decided to do is create a brand and create a kind of sample of beers that appeals to the everyman. We want to cut through pretentiousness. We want to make sure that we're not being seen as you know, silly brewers that are only making incredibly hoppy ABV beers. We want to make something that is going to appeal to everyone, the best of both worlds. Even if you've never been an IPA drinker before, I want you to be able to taste our New England IPA and then want to go and try others. That's the point. We're accessible craft. We want to make sure that other people are able to enjoy it as much as we do, because we know that at the moment a lot of people might not really know what hops are. So that's our job. We want to introduce the world to craft beer, but like nicely.
Yeah,
nice.
That's what you're saying here. It's very drinkable, isn't it? It's not, you know, too overpowering.
Yeah, pretty much. This is, I think the Pride beer that you're drinking is the German Helles style lager, so it's a bit darker, not quite as hoppy as a regular lager. It's a bit sweeter, has more of a malt flavour. But once again, we don't want to blow people's heads off with different malt flavours because they might not come back and drink it again. We want to drink a beer that we're going to be able to show to a lot of people, get the best of both worlds so that everyone can enjoy it.
Okay, we've got a question here online. Is it only available online?
Sorry, say that again, Hillary?
We've got a question here. Is it only available online? Where is it available other than the bar in Cave?
So this is Cold Town House. I run the microbrewery that's at our venue here. We deal with I make all of the beers on site that are served here. We do have our own website, coldtownbeer.com. You can order all of our beers directly through us. At the same time, we're also available, I believe, on Amazon at the moment. If you are a bit further away and you want to try and get us clicked through there. But functionally, if you want to buy some of our cans, they're up for sale on the Cold Town website.
I think we've got a discount code, haven't we, Hillary? We can post.
Yeah, I believe you guys have got a 10% discount code of everything that comes up of our store, something, I believe.
That's right, yeah. Let me just type it in here.
Yeah, do it. The more people we can get trying some Scottish craft beer, the better.
Okay, there you go.
Is it only 4 beers you do, or do you do more?
No, we've got a massive range, to be honest with you. We've got a core range of a lager, a New England IPA, a chocolate cake stout. We've also got a Porn Star Martini Ale, which I hope that you guys have got because that is a weird drink. That's a really weird drink. And then we've also got, this chocolate cake stout that Hillary's showing up to the camera right now.
Yeah.
On top of that, we've got a load of others. We've got a bit of an extended range. There's like 8, 9, 10, I believe, that we're pumping out in cans at the moment. But our 4 core ones are going to be the lager, the New England IPA, the chocolate cake stout, and the Porn Star Martini. Covers literally every base you could want.
Porn Star Martini beer?
Right,
Yeah. We've created a Porn Star Martini Ale. It is a vanilla and passion fruit forward vanilla pale ale with lactose added into it. So it's going to be really silky and creamy. It's going to smell exactly like the passion fruit, like Porn Star Martinis that everyone knows and loves. I mean, I've had more than my fair share of Porn Star Martinis. They're amazing in the UK cocktail drinking scene at the moment. So we decided to make a beer out of it. Look, I'll show you. This is what we've done. Yeah, mate. Porn Star Martini Ale, 4.6%. Tastes exactly like a cocktail, but it's a beer.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Nice.
Love it.
The Irish Egg, on your chat, we are based in Edinburgh, my man. We are based right in the heart of Edinburgh, underneath the castle. Look, I'll show you. Right up there, if you can see it, is the castle behind these trees. Just up there, a bit crap at the moment. So with your beef, Hillary, you should definitely try the New England IPA. That would be my recommendation for you.
Give that a try and have a go at that. I do quite like an IPA, so after the lagers, I'm going to give that a go and have a go at that with the beef, mate.
Yeah, no, absolutely, I'd recommend it. What kind of separates our New England IPA? Yeah, Jack's holding it up just now. What kind of separates our New England IPA is that they're a style of drink that has a lot of dynamic hop quality, but they're also sometimes a little bit bitter. We want to make sure that we're producing a New England IPA that a lot of people are going to want to drink as well. Even if you've never had an IPA before in your life, I want you to be able to at least try it and see if you like it. So what we've done is we've made a New England that's slightly sweeter, slightly smoother, perhaps isn't as bitter as you might expect from IPAs. Because we get a lot of different people that come for our venues. We get a lot of different people that come for our bars. So we want to be able to make a New England that is most accessible for a wide variety of people, you know. If someone can come to me and say, I tried your New England and I tried 10 others, that's a success. That'd be amazing.
Nice.
What makes it a New England IPA?
Sorry?
What makes it a New England IPA? Because I know you've got like East Coast IPAs, you've got like double IPAs. What makes that a New England IPA?
So the New England style is... Yeah, pretty much. So a lot of New England IPAs are made using hops from that region of America. So we're looking towards like the East Coast of America. A lot of the hops that are grown over there, because the temperature is quite temperate, the climate's pretty good. You get a lot of these really lovely, zesty, fruity, fruit-forward, spicy hops. The main hop that we use in our New England is going to be called Mosaic, and that combines with another hop called Equinox, where you get these really lovely sweet tangerine, lemon zest, and also things like mango and passion fruit on the nose of the New England IPA. So what separates a New England from a lot of different other IPAs is haziness, but also sweetness. A lot of IPAs are very bitter. New Englands are a lot smoother, and they're definitely a little bit sweeter than other IPAs on the market.
Okay, awesome.
Okay. All right, mate. Well, we've got to get ready to cut over to Ellis Gin in a minute. So
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely.
I'm going to try some of the...
a large bit of steak in a New England sounds absolutely ideal. Absolutely ideal.
Perfect. And then, yeah, thanks a lot for the other beers. I'm really quite enjoying the lager.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. Cheers, guys. I hope you enjoy the rest of them that have been sent down. We like to make sure that everyone gets a taste of Cold Town, you know?
Well, my everybody bag's nearly all empty, mate. I don't know about yours, Hills.
Oh, no, I was travelling today, so I didn't get to start at 9 a.m. Jack.
So you guys should just become brewers. You can drink all day. It's fine.
Perfect.
Thanks a lot for that.
Absolutely. Cheers, guys. Absolute pleasure.
And have a great. Thanks for your time, mate.
Absolutely, absolutely. Take it easy.
Remember to hit close and save the video up.
Save it, yeah, mate.
Cheers,
Nice
mate.
one, guys. Thanks very much. Take it easy.